something like that. And running for state rep, I remember when I first started, I thought I wanted to run for the Senate initially, and I was very quietly told by a senior lady that I needed to serve in the House first and get that experience, so I did that. And after serving in the House, I decided the timing was right for me to move on to the Senate. So it is a stepping process, and it's inviting, it's doable. Yes, when you are in the House, you serve about 3,800 constituents, and when you move to the Senate, it's about 58,000. So it is a jumping stone to move from the House to the Senate, but having that experience, I think certainly is a good placeholder.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I would agree with my colleagues as someone who served a number of terms in the House. What's important, though, when you get there are the connections that you make with your fellow representatives. We tend to mentor each other, either formally or informally. And it's those connections that you make that are just so important as you move forward, if that's what you decide to do. As you're a representative, you get to meet folks who some are formal lobbyists, some are kind of informal lobbyists, but you make connections. And that's really what helps you if you decide you want to move forward, if you want to run for the Senate, if you want to run for the Executive Council, and hopefully someday we'll have a Republican woman governor. And so we just need to keep reaching out to each other, supporting each other, and moving forward. Don't let the other party define who we are and where we belong. My first term in the Senate, I was one of 13 women. It was the first time in the history of this country that there was a majority of women in an upper chamber. And my colleagues on the other side of the aisle loved to crow about it because most of their women made up the 13. But I kept reminding them that if it wasn't for the 2 Republican women that were there, they would not have this majority. So we need to work hard to get more women elected into higher office. And a great place to start, as Carol and as Nancy has said, is within the House. That's where you make those connections. That's where you learn about government. It helps to define who you are and really what you want to work on. And it's great because you have the opportunity. And it's not only about the women. The great thing about working in the House, the men support you. We don't have that tension between men and women. If you come to the table and you want to work, you'll be accepted. And it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. You've got to have the desire to do the work. People are very welcoming. They're willing to mentor you. We have some people in the House that have served 10, 12, 15 terms. The knowledge they have is immense, and they have no problem sharing it with you. You've just got to reach out and be open to it. So the House is a great place to learn, be mentored, and make those connections.
So please join me in thanking our 3 able women here. And remember that next time you go to a Republican event, you all have a mother, maybe a daughter, a neighbor, a friend, a niece. Let's start inviting some of these other women who aren't here today for this weekend to join us at the next event and make them part of our group. Thank you.